Amy was on the movie, and I think John longer than any of us. So. Yeah. We had to watch it.
And then this one was another Las Vegas meets entomology.
Yeah.
Kind of the idea where mother's about to have her final transformation, and this is where the idea that Henry wanted to do was she pulls out all the stops and she uses her remaining power to basically fill this room with the most creative bug ideas. And the idea is like she knew Coraline's secret desire was to have a bug room, which is a little odd, but she's a different type of kid, so it made it kind of fun to think about, what if you had like a bird cage where it's filled with dragonflies that fly at camera, and cocoons that kind of erupt and butterflies drop from above the ceiling that's covered with honeycombs and the honey dropping and raining honey. Stop motion isn't easy, so they didn't do that. But they did do the radiators that crawl along the floor, and I was happy to see that. So you see some radiators on the back of the walls. And the little chair that Coraline sits in, the green. It ended up being that color of that head shape, but that's kind of where that started. And then when Coraline first meets other father, and he's in there playing the piano. This is just kind of, this is based kind of on one of the Todd Hero paintings of the first time that Coraline sees her dad typing on the computer, except this time when he was playing at the time. So it's just kind of like that parallel universe idea, playing out that, making it a lot warmer, making it more inviting. Oh. That's showing the map. Yeah.
That's going to come out later.
I'll say real quick, Andy Schuhler boarded about 60% of Coraline.
Yeah.
Say it.
No, yeah, I wasn't hired to do any design or this, that. Henry just wanted to take a crack at the story, and so right out of the gate, it's like, okay, do the intro. And I sat there for weeks and weeks just trying to come up with different versions for an intro, and we ended up like not liking them. But it was really interesting because she started to understand how Henry worked, and it really felt like that idea where, this is no offense to Henry, but when you work with him, it's kind of like he's your captive. And it's like a Stockholm syndrome. When you start trying to please this guy who's taking you captive. And then you start feeding on that, and you're like, really, you like it? Really? And the more blood he draws from you, the more you feel like giving him more blood. I guess I ate that fruit, and a lot of it up front kept me there for the longest. I was there for almost 2 years. Plus, I had my family. I moved them up from LA, so that my wife had.
But by the time my wife came out and did some paper sculpture on the film, and at that point he was eating lunch in his van.
I was eating PBJs in my car every day, just waiting.
to figure this out.
What's that eyeball?
Okay,
I just broke the code. All right, where we are. I don't know.
step page through.
Step. Doesn't have all the functions that the other. Okay.
Page through it loud.
All right. A lot of these are sloppy. These are crazy. But sometimes Henry just had to do color and just go nuts. Not usually the way they work. But this was when Wiley and Coraline are just actually in between forcibles. Day at the Schuhler theatrical trial. And they come up the steps and they see mother and father entering on a serpentine topiary, which never got a film. That was based on the Dan idea. Hey, Coraline, I'm not going to read all this. This is not but you get the idea. Mom's really like pulling out the stops, and Dad's just backing her up, and the sun's shining behind them. It's a nice day. And he helps her down. It's like a father would. Hey, it's great! The theater was awesome! And they're like, really, you like it? Yeah, it's the best thing I ever saw. And Wiley's following behind. And this is kind of in the movie. She's like, did you really like it? Yeah, I really did. I really did. It's not really. So you get the idea, Wiley kind of hung out behind, and Coraline said, hey, see you later, Wiley. And she's just caught up in it, and the mother is just kind of like, all right, Wiley. And it's kind of more apparent now in the version, but as the earlier version of the story went, Whitey was just kind of like not going along with everything, and he realized he was bait for Coraline to be killed. And so this is a little moment between Mother and Whitey. And they go into the house, and they're like, you can stay here forever, you know that? Yeah, you can. It's really cool here. Come on, let me show you something. Come on in this room. Here's your Coraline chair. Sit down in it. Really? And there we go. We're at the table. There's a gift. What's inside? Looks nice. It could be. Let's see what it is. And not fun. This is a real important story point because I wanted to be a filmmaker, and I kept stressing to Henry, I'm like, their eyes have to match up for every shot, every cut from here on out. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. So, this is like Mel Gibson for so there's the buttons on her there. She's like, what is it? Oh, what? A box with some buttons in. And they're right on her. What? Yeah, don't you like them? I can make them in vermilion or chartreuse or another kind of color, and you could let me sew them into your eyes. And for a moment, it was going to be like a real split-second flash. You'd see her with these eyes, buttons composited over her face. She freaks out and rubs it away. It's like it's just a memory. And wait, no, where am I? Why? Don't you like the idea? Yeah, it's just a needle. It won't hurt a bit. She kicks in, and that's in the phone. She puts the needle back, gives her a look, gives him a look, and she pushes it forward again. Come on. And then she hops up and walks over and really disengages her space, and Coraline can't take it. She hops out of the seat, goes and exits the